All right. I think we are live. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Can you believe it's Saturday night already? I could have swore it was Friday night, but here it is Saturday evening, and I hope your weekend is going well. Just get my desktop set up here real quick, and we will get into it here. All right. So happy. Let's see what is happening today. Neptune has gone direct. So where Neptune, has been in retrograde taking us, it's always reflective anyway, but when we go into retrograde, it really takes us into this deep understanding of what our spiritual path has been. And now that it's direct, we'll spend a little bit of time in its post shadow, which will be reflecting on what we reflected on and look at what changes we want to make with that new information as we're going forward. So, and then of course, yesterday we went and Mars went into began its retrograde in Leo, bringing in this normally fast moving energy into kind of slowing down things. And we're in the middle of Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius too, which has some fun, expansive energy to it, unlike some of the other retrogrades. It's a little less, I guess, introspective in some ways, but more expansive in how we want to use that energy. So, a lot of good stuff coming in. But before we get into the readings and find out what else Spirit wants us to know tonight, let's come back to this moment. And we'll do that by taking a big, deep breath. And when we're holding that breath for a moment, just have something that you are grateful for in this moment. And that immediately raises our love vibration because gratitude, unconditional love, joy, laughter, peace, all that higher vibrational energy takes us higher and takes us out of that lower vibrational noise, puts us in a space where we're ready to hear and open to hear from spirit. And then, of course, exhale whenever is comfortable for you. Don't pass out on me. All right. So let's start then, and we'll bring in the singing bowl. All right. So big deep breath in, hold, and gratitude. Beautiful. And then as we hit the singing bowl, we'll hit it 3 times. And each time, just imagine this waterfall of unconditional love energy, the essence of the cosmic father, the cosmic mother, our creator. Just have it sparking and filling up our soul, flowing out into our emotions, into our physical bodies, our cells, our blood, our joints, our skin, everywhere, and up into our brains, and then transforming and going into our thoughts, out into our energetic field, and just filling up our lives and flowing out to the world and doing whatever it needs to do out there to help raise the collective vibration to a higher vibration. Right? We'll hit it 3 times. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. She's singing up a storm tonight. Beautiful, beautiful. Wonderful energy. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Let me just put her back here on her little special shelf. All right. So amazing, amazing energies. So welcome everybody. So good to see everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the readings. All my family, my friends, my tribe. Thank you for being here. And for anyone new to the channel, welcome. We got a great group of people, huge hearts, great senses of humor, two important things to have in this time in our lives. There's always room for one more amazing soul. So welcome. If you're new, how the readings work, I do go down in order. First come, first serve for the free readings. Um, and there's no special list. The chat is you just put your question out there. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can just put general reading. Spirit knows all, right? Spirit knows all. And so we'll pull usually 1 to 2 cards for the free readings, and we'll get you some answers there. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. Not only do I prioritize the readings and step out of the free readings and dive into those, I dive deeper, pulling more cards for that. So if you want even a more in-depth reading, you can make a donation. You can donate by using the super chat down below or in the description box of the video. I have my Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, and Square. I don't have a set dollar amount because I know everyone's cost of living is different across the world. A penny to someone is $1 million to someone else. So whatever you give from your heart is the perfect amount. What else? What else do I have to say? My praying mantis and hey, praying mantis, speaking of heart sense, welcome back to the praying mantis. I have 2 levels in my YouTube channel memberships: the praying mantis level and then Zen Cricket. Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month. Praying mantis is $7.99 a month. Does get you priority in these readings as well after donations, and we have special sessions throughout the week too. They're all listed in the description box of the video. We got Wednesday nights, we have both groups together for 2 hours or so for free readings, oracle readings, past life readings, tarot readings, of course. And then my praying mantis level gets a special night, Thursday nights for a couple hours. And then on Friday and Saturday nights after these sessions, we have at least an hour. And then on Sunday afternoon, there's also an hour session or more for them there. Also, my YouTube channel members get advanced access to any videos that I put out. Speaking of, this just came out for everyone. I've got my solstice readings by element, which is air signs, fire signs, earth signs, astrological. And within them, there's a special oracle for each of the 3 signs that fall in that element too. But it gives you a 3-month forecast. And right now, my YouTube channel members also have advanced access. Whoa, almost said some naughty things. Access to my 2025 energy forecast for each individual zodiac sign for the entire year. And so they have access to those right away. And everyone else, they'll come out on December 20th on solstice. So we'll have a couple weeks before they're active, officially for January 1st, right? But I have a bunch of other things that are coming, which I talk about in those videos. So if you're interested, there is a link down below on how to join at either one of those levels. What else? I think that's it. I feel like I'm leaving something out, but if it's important, I'll remember it and it'll come back. So we will be using this beautiful Wandering Star Tarot this evening. And we will start here. We've got Brenda. Brenda has made a donation, so we'll start there. And then if there's no other donations, we'll start on the free readings. So here we go. So thank you, Brenda, for your donation and the beautiful rainbow. And you would like a general reading for tonight and tomorrow. So let's see what Spirit wants you to know here. For tonight. Okay. And then for tomorrow. Okay, 2 for tomorrow. All right. So For tonight, what have we got going on here? All right. So you do have here the first card that showed itself to me is the 10 of swords. This is the letting go of expectations, the endings, the closure, the letting go of some these small T truths. We talk about them a lot, right? The supposed to be and should be and need to be's and all of these things. It's like I've had it. I'm tired of trying to live up to expectations and holding people to expectations, and it's just exhausting, and I'm just ready to let everything go and just to be me. And I like that because you have the Empress, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. There's a lot of emotion that comes in here too, because she rolls over all four queens. So she ends up with like 5 parts water, emotional water, 1 part mental air, 1 part grounding earth, and 1 part fiery, you know, um, passionate energy. So a lot of emotion that's bubbling up, but it's about also about caring for you and putting yourself first. That combination is really there. And you got the temperance card too, which does have to do with balance and patience but I feel like with this 10 of swords and the temperance there and the empress, this combination is like I feel like your patience has wore out. At least in a situation where there's a lot of rules that you grew up with and that you were just really tough on yourself, especially about who you're supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be. Then it rolls out into relationships and children and the world and finances and everything in on the planet seems to have rules around it. At least we feel like we were given those growing up. But I just feel like you're at this. I'm just done. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. So I like this release that's happening here, and you're choosing for you. You're like, screw all the rules. What do I want? And it's a good energy for tonight because it's like the more that you just let all that stuff go, you get to enjoy the moment for what it is instead of focusing on what something is not, or especially who you're not, because this Empress card is really coming in strong. This is allowing you to be creatively you and express yourself the way you want to express yourself, not feeling like you have to be in a box. And then tomorrow, let's see what happens here. Yeah. So again, here's this waiting hanged man, but the King of Wands, which is this action, this movement that comes in. So whatever this thing is that you feel like you've been waiting for forever and like it was never going to happen, I feel like the King of Wands is, you kicking in, um, kicking into gear where it's what you're wanting to do. You're putting energy, you're putting focus, you're creating plans, and you're going, you know what? This is what I want, and I'm putting action and energy and intention behind it. And I like that. You've seen things from a higher perspective with the hanged man, but now you're ready for to stop waiting around and you're ready for action. Yeah, and then here's this work that you've been doing here because you've got the devil card, which is there's Capricorn energy. So a certain Capricorn might be present in your life tomorrow. But the Queen of Swords, again, there's this compatibility card for me with the Queen of Swords because she gets cups behind the scenes, which is emotion. She balances it well with the mind. And the Devil card is the shaking and the rattling of the cages and the rules. So it does feel like there's this certain amount of stepping up and deciding things tomorrow and going, you know what? I've been waiting around, I've been patient, I'm ready to move forward on things, whatever that means for me and what I want, right? But this Saturn, Capricorn, Devil card energy with the Queen of Swords too really has us looking at the again the shaking and the rattling of the cage of all those rules, like of the Ten of Swords. This is all that thinking and how you really implement it. You really release yourself from things. You really it's like you double down tomorrow and going, I'm done with all of the pressure of having things have to be a certain way. And it does feel like there's this, this King of Wands. I kind of talked a little bit about intentions versus expectations, I think, earlier today, because they're bringing that back where the standards and this and that and whatever. It's like, you know what? It's about what my intentions of living life with my children, with with a partner, someone, an adventure person to enjoy life and to do that. And to do that, it's about stepping out of the restriction of things, because you know, you can't get anywhere in life with a boa constrictor wrapped around you, squeezing you to death. You don't have any breath left to breathe. So it just feels like there's this freedom that comes tonight, and it comes out of exhaustion and desperation. Not desperation. That's not a good word for it. Exhaustion and uh just frustration. That's the word I was looking for. I've had it. That's enough. I'm not going to worry about all this stuff anymore. I'm ready to live and enjoy things and not worry about people judging me, whatever. I get to decide what I want in the world. And I like that for you. Let's see what your fortune cookie is. I'm being drawn to the Aboriginal Dreaming Totem for your fortune cookie. So what? Okay, they do want this one here. Like all these eyeballs on here for some reason. It's like all these people watching, all these eyes. Decisions. See, here it is. I am deciding. It's your decision whether you keep this up or let it go, but continuing will not change the circumstances or the outcome. And this is what you're letting go of, is the rules, the guardrails of everything has to fit in here. There's like this freedom that comes in. So I like that. So boom shakalaka. So that's what they have for you right now, Brenda. I just feel like this freedom kind of energy. So I like it. Right. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. And I don't have any other donations, so we're going to jump to the top and we'll start going down here the free reading, starting off with Day Sturgis for a general reading. So Day Sturgis, let's see what Spirit wants you to know right now. And free readings are just 1 to 2 cards, so these will go pretty quick here. So you have the Two of Pentacles coming in here for right now. There is, of course, balancing energy in the outside world with the Two of Pentacles. But it's also it's bringing in this choice between 2 different directions in your life here in the physical world, like physical directions to head in, whether it's 2 places to live, 2 places to work, could be 2 people. Just has to do with the characters and the physical things on the stage of the outside world. And I feel like you just need to know here that there's no right or wrong choice, that one is not significantly grander than another. You learn things with either decision that you make in the physical world, but to close your eyes and open your heart and let yourself choose that way, because there is no wrong choice, but your heart has a desire, and your mind has a desire. And if you close your eyes, you kind of put your mind on pause so that you can kind of choose from your heart instead. And that's like the advice they're giving. The more harmonious path is the following your heart. The other is like a lot of work, a lot of mental checking things off, but your heart isn't happy. And it's more harmonious if you choose with your heart between the two directions that you're going, because your if your heart's happy, your whole entire body is happy, and your mind knows that. It just doesn't like your heart making willy-nilly decisions, because the heart can jump in and leap into stuff without thinking. But I feel like your mind is supportive of either. It can see either way, because that's why one doesn't feel significantly bigger than the other. Um, financially and how things unfold or getting to an end result. They both are pathways that almost equally get you to the same place, but one's more enjoyable of the heart, if that makes sense. All right. So that is what they have there for you, Day Sturgis. So many blessings to you. And hey, Hermit, if you're here, hello, hello. And then Minu, good to see you again. And if you asked questions in this morning's session, it was like 3.5 hours or so. But I did get through all readings today. So if you did ask a question earlier today, I did get through all of yours, and your name sounds familiar for today. So I do believe I did yours, answered your question in the earlier session, whatever you asked there. So for this one, you like a general reading and what's coming towards you soon. All right, let's take a look here. You do have the Five of Wands, and that's a good card to get because it's a transformative card. It is a transformation of conflicting energy of drama to non-drama, and they also wanted to give you the Temperance. Yeah, just have a little bit of patience with how things are unfolding, because let's just tell you that it's just a matter of time. And it's almost like time will take care of it, is the message I'm getting. You don't have to do a whole lot. And I feel like if this drama isn't really about you, it's between people that know you and around you, you can move into this eye of the storm and just let things work itself out. Don't feel like you have to do anything because you'll just get it's like getting in the middle between two people fighting. You're going to get punched, not literally, but you'll get mixed up in all the hoopla and everything that's going on there. So it's like, okay, let's just kind of come to the middle and let everyone can focus on your individual relationships with people, but don't worry about trying to make other people get along. That's their business and their problem. You get to enjoy. Just grab the popcorn. All right. So that's what's coming in, Minu. Hopefully that makes sense and resonates. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Nelia Maderos, hello, hello. So your free reading, general on Patrick. All right, so Patrick, what does Spirit want you to know about Patrick? All right, so there is this Ten of Swords. It does feel like they're getting to this place of, you know, stick a fork in me. I'm done with all these rules and all these expectations and the stress and, all these beliefs. And it just feels like they've been having themselves under a lot of pressure. And they have the Eight of Cups, which is this energy of walking away from emotions and relationships that don't serve them anymore. And so there is this change, this shift here, because the Ten of Swords is about closure and endings and beginnings, but it's more of thinking and thought processes. And the Eight of Cups is more about like relationships and emotions. So it does feel like, Patrick is going through a big purging of sorts of things. And I do feel like they had a big shakeup in their life that has caused them to really evaluate. It's like they only know they have so much they can handle right now. And so it's making it easy for them to really kind of purge thoughts and beliefs and people and relationships and even feel like it's going energetically and even um, physically, like purging stuff and getting rid of stuff. So kind of like the simplification and downsizing of things in their life. And so I just feel like there's this whirlwind going on around them. And it's like, whoa, wow, look at everything that's happening. I don't feel like they're not throwing the baby Nelia out with the bathwater. I feel like you make the cut, as they say, when they're cutting certain amount of people off a team because they have to whittle down to a certain amount. I feel like you make it onto the team that remains around them because of what you bring in your support and your love and um, that your brightness that you have. So I like that. So that's what's coming in for that one there. So that was your free reading. And then, you made a donation as well, so thank you for your donation and the puppy dog. And you would like a general reading, please? Absolutely. Hey, Venus. A shout out to one of my YouTube channel members. Hello, hello. Good to see you. All right. So let's take a look here and we'll do an overall general reading for you. So what does spirit? Oh, yeah. That was a free reading. I was going to say I didn't give you your fortune cookie, but those are only for donations. So you'll have a fortune cookie after this one. So let's take a look here and see what does spirit want you to know right now. I want this one next. Then they wanted to know they want this one here. Then this one here. And these two here. Okay. So okay. What do we got here? Wow. Looks like they're not the only one. Yeah, you got the Ten of Swords too. Looks like they're not the only one that's going through kind of a purging of sorts here. Because it does feel like, with the King of Wands on the bottom, wow, and the Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and the Chariot card. Yeah, all three of these on the bottom of the deck, whoops, are, about, the King of Wands is about choosing and making choices and putting action behind things. And the Ten of Wands is like, oh my God, how much energy have I been invested in so many things? And then the Chariot card is choice and movement. And so all this combination is all this. I would sum it up as like a choice of where I'm investing my energy. And I'm making big adjustments. Even on the underneath that, you have the Three of Wands, which is another, all this Wands energy, which is also with new information, you're changing directions in some significant things in your life. I feel like you have the Two of Cups. So, you know, relationships and making emotional choices about this. And I feel like this is where a lot of clarity is coming in. It's like we just got with Patrick. The Eight of Cups is about determining and like this Ten of Wands. Where am I investing my energy? It's where am I investing my emotions? And you're really like taking inventory of the emotional energy that you're putting out. And it's like, what are the ones that I'm giving 70, 80, 90% all the time, and someone's only giving back 10, 20, 30? And, relationships are healthy, go back and forth. There's some days I can only give 10 and someone's going to give 90. And then a couple days later, I'm back feeling good. So I can give 90 and they can only give 10. Or we are 50-50 or 60-40. The fluctuations that happens, that's healthy. But when it's always one sided, these are the relationships that you can kind of make this determination on here and go, what are important to me? And which ones are I'm ready to stop investing so much in, back off to 50. If they don't make up the difference and they're only giving 10, the relationship will fall apart and there won't be this, kind of progression in it. But I feel like there is this, where am I investing all my energy? Because you really are stepping into your power of no with the creator here. She's got the no down here on the bottom. It's a card that's unique to this deck, and it's I get to choose what I want and don't want. And that's why I feel like you're in that kind of mirroring of what Patrick is going through. You're kind of in that same spot where you're looking at, what am I ending? What am I allowing a rebirth in? Or what am I cutting off completely? And you've been having this great clarification come in from your higher self, showing you the capital T truth of things and seeing what small t truths of lies have been kept you kind of in some cycles and some loops with certain people and or certain situations. And you're like, I'm done. I've been more than patient. And I kind of feel like that's what's coming in here. Because then it results in, you have the Hermit card, which is kind of stepping back here and jumping back and seeing who I am and having that alone time here. Yeah. And remember I mentioned Patrick, he also got the Ten of Swords. So this inner conflict is coming to a head where you're letting go of a lot of these thoughts and these beliefs and expectations. So you are also at this transformational stage in your life where you're just kind of taking inventory. It's like, you know, something's coming up for renewal in life, and you're like, nope, not renewing that, not renewing that. You know, that relationship or friendship or family member or whatever, that can just fall to the wayside, and if they ever reactivate it, maybe, so we can do that. So, we'll look at that. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm being drawn to these Aboriginal dreaming totems for your fortune cookie for this one. So, for this general reading, what else do they want you to know here? All right. Well, looks like you get 3 for this one. Fortune cookies, fortune cookies. You know how sometimes you'll end up with a 3 in a bag if you ever order Chinese food, you're expecting 1, you're like, "Look, 3." Well, you got self-love coming in here, which is all about that hermit card and turning in. And it says, self love is not egotistical. It shows you and others that you are worthwhile and deserve love in all its many forms. Wow. So it really is just realizing, you know what? I deserve love. I don't have to earn it by giving 90% and that you'll give me 10. It's like really stepping into this self love. Yeah. Enjoy, joy, joy instead of focusing on so much stuff. Lighten up, find that hidden inner child and have a play date. Laugh, be silly, dance and sing. It's time to have fun again. Yeah, instead of all that energy we invested in trying to please everyone else and whatever, it's time to let your inner child out. And what do I want to do? Yeah, because here's that 10 of swords, exhaustion, right? Long and challenging as this journey it is worth the struggle. The results are long term and worth every sacrifice made along the way. So I like that. Good energy coming in. Yeah, so that's what they have for that one. And then you have your second donation. Thank you so much for that. And you're like a general on your workplace, anything coming your way. Will you get any recognition or gift? 35 years of service. Wow. And he was your Patrick was your old boss for 30 years. Wow. Yeah. So so exhausting. It is trying to please people, right? Because people don't seem to be pleased for very long at all, right? But let's take a look here. So for your workplace here, we do have these. Okay, they do want to this one, and they do want this one here too. All right. All right. Well, the bottom of the deck, you do have the Four of Pentacles, and they have this little medallion around the neck that's standing out to me. So I do feel like you get something, not a watch, but maybe some sort of token of something. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, we have victory with the Chariot card here. So it does feel like success and progress, and it is, a very abundant type of card of victory. You have the Ace of Cups. That does feel like happiness here. So there is this feeling here. I don't know, new. Well, it's like almost like a new beginning, though, too. In a way. Let's see what else they have here with that. And we do have the Eight of Swords, which is letting go of some thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you, and some old ways of thinking that have made you feel small and unempowered. So it feels like there's some sort of I almost felt like Ace of Pentacles energy with this Ace of Cups instead of Ace of Cups. But it does feel like there's something that makes you happy here at work as you're letting some stuff go. Yeah, and you got the Magician card that's coming in, which is about where you're investing your energy and what unfolds with it too. So I do feel like there's good celebration and but when we let go of these thoughts and beliefs of expectations like, well, they should do this, they should do that, they should do this, and things don't happen, it really brings us down. It clogs up the flow of things, right? But with this magician, this is like this power that we have. Whatever we focus on grows and expands, right? So I feel like letting go of the expectations around work and around recognition and all that, and just going, you know what? I'm recognizing myself. I know that I did a good job and they're lucky to have had me. And then the gratitude around, what working there for 35 years has done for you. And just kind of switch the gears around to this, um, wow, look how much I've grown, how much that I've been able to do because of the money and look at the security that I had all this time and then like, that's good, but when we get into those expectations, that's when it kind of draws things down, right? So let's see what else we have here. Yeah, got the Four of Wands, which is joy, celebration, gathering too. Ooh, there might be cake. So I like this kind of this celebration, or maybe there's going to be an after work thing or a gathering celebrating. Maybe there's like a gathering of a couple people that have significant milestones. But I do feel like there's a celebration involved here with the Four of Wands. Yeah, and the Two of Cups. So there is this, relationship energy here of it's almost like there's a toast, cheers to 35 years. So I like that in there too. And the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, this is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And things have been growing for a long time, right? And you're like, it's about time that this 35-year-old corn has some corn on the cob, right? Finally, it's there, right? But it does feel like there's fruition and success again with all this chariot card in these. So I do feel like there's um, definitely a celebration, possibly some sort of token, and then. But I feel like there's this opportunity that's coming too, and I'm not getting a ton of detail on it yet, but it's like you're given this um an offering that makes you happy. So I don't know, it's like it's just an opportunity that, and I don't know if it feels like a different job or things like that. Maybe it's like stock options or you get, a bonus, or it feels like there's some sort of opportunity of something that will, but it's not like a one-time thing. I just feel like it's something that will keep giving for a while. That's why I kinda just had the feeling of how, stocks can, grow and continue to gain and glean dividends from, but it just feels like there's something more that's offered, and I'm sorry that they're not giving me a whole lot of more clarity on that. Let's see what else they have here with the sweet dreams little cards for your okay, there it is. Your fortune cookie. Yeah, you have experience. So again, they're focusing in here on experience that you've gleaned at this job for a long time. My dreams take me to wonderful places that are filled with wonder, delight, and joy. And I like that, kind of looking at our sometimes work may not feel that way, but I feel like a lot of your job has been filled with wonder, delight, and joy. Otherwise, like I was at a company for over 25 years and um, people would go like, wow, I go, yeah, either it was a really good company or I was stupid. Because otherwise, why would you hang around for 25 years? So I like that. Right, absolutely. So thank you so much for your donation, Nelia. Much appreciated. And congratulations. That is quite an accomplishment, especially in these days. All right. And then Nova, hello, hello. Thank you for your donation. So, message from Kurt the Spirit Guide. All right. Let's see what Kurt has to say. What does he want you to know? I feel like he's drawing me over here to these Oracle of E to start. Let's grab a little book here. Have a giant E on them. So let's take a look here and see, what does Kurt want you to know? Message from Kurt. All right. So you got time to fly, and not that kind of fly. Card 44. It's a power number too. Very powerful energy with number 44. And it says, it may seem like a gamble, but here's a little intel from the universe and your Kurt. That leap into the unknown you've been waffling over, not only is the safety net already in place, but there's a posse of angels waiting with champagne and chocolate and Egyptian cotton sheets. Ready? So I like that. It's time to get going. Move it, move it, move it. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Right. So I like that coming in there. So that kind of jumps into that energy from earlier this morning or last night in your case. But it is, oh, I have to go to the doctor in 2 hours. Yay! Boom, boom, boom. Get going, get going. But this is about, it's time to take action. It's time to have movement, and that the safety net is in place and you have a whole posse of support that's there for you too. And then your other, cards that go with it are this temperance, which is trust the process, trust things unfolding. They do go back and forth, and it's about have patience as this it's like alchemy, as this base metal slowly transforms into gold, so I like that. There's also moderation and balance coming in, but we'll take a look here. You do have the 7 of Wands. Again, the shining bright energy of, not dimming your light and not asking permission to shine, but stepping forward and shining and being true to your path comes in here too. You got the King of Swords and the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups is emotional stability, and this King of Swords has to do, moderation. What's that? I know, right? Moderation in all things, including moderation. But this King of Swords has to do with higher knowledge and clearer understanding of emotional balance. And I just feel like it's such an important thing for you to start stepping forward and expressing, um, your dream and stepping towards those things, because it is what helps balance things out for you too. Because it's, when we are not doing the thing we love and the thing that brings us joy, then we are, growing the other stuff, right? Let's see what else we have here too. Yeah, you got this King of Pentacles. The solid foundation in the outside world is this drama here. The 5 of Wands is this change of energy from lower fear energy to higher, not high, but higher vibration of spirit. And it is, there's this stability, this, and I kind of feel like these two individuals are two strong individuals. There's someone very educated with the King of Swords, and someone very solid and grounding here as well with the King of Pentacles. So I feel like there's two very strong divine masculine energies that are coming in here for you, and that they're going to be helping you with stepping towards moving out into your dreams. And this highly educated person, I mean, I feel like they can be some sort of doctor. I mean, you said you're going to go see a doctor today, but this might be someone who is, like it could be any person with a PhD of some sort. But I feel like it's someone that is able to give you some great education and some great guidance and things. Even if it could be a vocal teacher, it could be, but it's someone that has, this ability to teach and influence you and empower you, and I like that. And then there's someone else, this King of Pentacles, someone very grounded, very earthy kind of person. So, there's this posse of angelic support, but there's also characters in place to help you move forward too. But it you won't move forward into it until they have that there. So I like that. And let's see here, this Aboriginal dreaming totems. Let's see what your card is here. Message from Kurt. What else does he want you to know here? So he says you've got people lined up for you to help in your life. Yeah. Self-preservation. It's such an important thing here. It says reevaluate this battle that you're engaged in. A hasty retreat may be in order. Here's that retreat again. And self-preservation may be the only thing salvageable. So here, this is his little nudge again about, retreat, which is rehab, which is retreating away from everything to go somewhere to get the tools that will help you here. So this is reevaluate this battle, the battle that you're having. What's the biggest battle that you're having, right? And a hasty retreat may be in order. Yeah, again. All right, I get it. They gotta stab you before with hot iron before you go, right? It's like, woo! So you got support. You have your whole angelic posse, right? You got your guardian angel, which is the creator in an angelic form, always around you. You've got all your spirit guides with Kurt and everyone else. You've got loved ones on the other side. You've got other angels and other beings of unconditional love and light all surrounding you to help support you. But there's people also that you have agreements with before you came down here that they were going to be instrumental in helping you move forward if you get to those points. But it's about getting to those points, right? So that's the big fadoo that's coming in with that. All right. So that is for that one, Nova Nova. And then yeah, you're tired. You're like, I gotta go to the doctor. So coffee, I hear you. And thank you for your additional donation here. And yeah, I think it's good to realize it and go, here we go. I know I'm stubborn too. I mean, I haven't been to the I hadn't been to the doctor in probably, well, since 2001, I know is when I had a brief doctor's appointment for something very specific, and then that was it. That was 2001, so that was, before you were born. Oh my god. But, yeah, that was, like, 24 years ago almost, and I was stubborn, but I've gone to the doctor now. I got to that point going, "Alright, you know what? I need to go and get my blood pressure checked out and make sure everything else is working, and I got all that kind of stuff that's going on." "What the hell, brother?" I know. "What, that I'm so old or you're so young?" But, uh, but that's what's coming in. Yeah, well, I mean, really, my blood pressure's only probably been up for the last 4 years, probably. I would probably think so. But I just never wanna go to the doctor. Like, "You should go in for your regular checkups, blah, blah, blah." So, see, I can relate. See, stubbornness is not something exclusive to you. But when you're ready for your second question, pop it down there, and then we'll jump to that. Well, in comparison, if you divide a year by 19 and if you divide okay, yeah, it would still be a lot a lot longer. I was gonna say divide 30 by 58-ish, it's still it's still but I've been pretty healthy. But yeah, all my stuff's coming back good, so see, no harm, no foul. All right, now I'm getting all warm. Maybe I feel like I'm in the hot seat. No, it's spirit. All right. And thank you for your second donation here. So the other day you hooked up with some cool guy wondering if that could be friend material or something could come from it. All right, yeah, let's take a look here and see what spirit based on current energies and fate. Are they a fated type of friendship? And let's see what we have here. All right. So I don't see like faded type of relationship energy in here, but you do have the King of Wands. So it is someone that helps here. Bridget. Yeah, that we know of. I still have more tests to run. King of Wands energy. So, this is someone who the motivation really stands out here because I'm like, I feel like they will be someone that will help you, you know, um, encourage you to move forward. Looking at some of these other cards too, right? Yeah. No psychological damage. Well, I did go to therapy, so there was other things that I did. I just didn't go to a physical MD doctor, but I did spiritual work, I did mental work and some counseling and energy and all that. So, don't let yourself off the hook too early there. But I do feel like this going back to your question, I do feel like this person, this cool guy, I feel like they're inspirational and I feel like they're encouraging for you here because there's a lot of they really get you thinking about things. Because we also have, they're not this other king of swords, but they are someone that does give you this, energy of thinking and seeing things from a higher perspective and because they help you here with the six of swords move from choppy waters to calmer waters and there is this um letting go of some old ways of thinking like some fears and consider new ways of doing things so there is this even on the little card it says exploring and discovery and moving on and so there is this energy of helping move forward and especially in living your dreams kind of energy that I feel like is coming in here and again the eight of swords I just they're more thinking they allow you to see some old ways of thinking about yourself that would make you feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted. And the Page of Pentacles, it's like they encourage you to take these opportunities and to do things. Put your talents, and I feel like you'll probably play music if you guys didn't play music already, but I feel like he's like, "You're good. You should do something with this." I just feel like he's an encouragement for you there. Even the Page of Wands is, leap into like that fly, fly, um, kind of energy of, you got to do something with this. Don't waste it. And the Four of Cups, there's some emotional stability that's coming in here too. and and I like that. So I feel like they really are a good mirror for you to see but the positive things. And you're kind of just like, wait a minute, they called you cool, you don't know why. But I just feel like they're just like, You don't see you don't see yourself. for who you are, and I feel like they are a good mirror here for you. So, I do like that. I feel like they give you a new perspective of yourself, and for some reason, you believe them where you wouldn't believe other people. It's interesting. You're just like, other people would have said it, and you would have went, "Oh, they're stupid. They don't know." But there's something like you respect them for some reason more than others. I'm like, "What's that about?" And you're like, "Huh." It's like, I don't know if you've ever had friends that you, like, told them things over and over and over and over and over again, and they were like, "Yeah, yeah," and they kept doing stuff anyway, and then someone else, total stranger, says it to them, and they're like, "Oh my god, did you hear what they said? It changed my life," and you're like, "I've been telling you this for forever." Well, I feel like it's that kind of person that's come in, and he's like, you're just ready to hear it from them, and there's something about them that does that. Yeah, and it is there's like this they help you remember your roots. So, I feel like your ancestry of this physical human that you are, somehow they point you back to that, and I'm not sure what that all means, but I do feel like they're pointing you back to that. You're great. You smoked weed together. Oh, great, great. Just kidding. So you guys had some deep discussions about dog, which is God spelled backwards. Dude. Ew, ew. Not my little Nova. No, no. La 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 la. Right. So that is what they have for that one for you. If you put your third question down there, we'll jump into that one next. And while you're writing that, I do have a donation that came in from Maria in the meantime as well. So we're gonna jump over to Maria. Hello, she's back. I think I saw you say that. I'm back for round 3. Everyone has done it probably, so don't worry about it. All right. So Maria, thank you so much for your donation, your additional one, and for your ones earlier today too. All right, so a check-in to see how the adventure has grown and evolved and proceeded throughout the day here. So let's take a look here. I'm just going to take a quick sip of my little hibiscus tea. All right. So, what are Walter's feelings and thoughts for you now? What are thoughts and feelings for you now? All right. Why is he not too lovable now? Okay. Well, he answers and talks to you. That's good. I get some readings where people are like, "Why are they ignoring me?" But he's not saying too many cute things. Okay. And then does he want to end things? We'll see if he's changed his mind since this morning and his feelings and thoughts on you with the baby. So has anything evolved since this morning? Oh, okay, there was 4 there. Okay. So let's take a look here. And I like them the bottom of the deck. They just gave you an overall wheel of fortune. Everything that unfolds is for you. So they're kind of bringing you back to this, place of evolved higher thinking, right? That whatever unfolds in our life is truly for us, the tune of for you, the for tune. And so you can trust that whatever unfolds, you're going to be fine. You're going to be good. Yeah, just period. And then we'll answer these other questions. So they just start off with that. Relax, you're gonna be fine. And one way or another, you're gonna be fine. So you're like, all right, we can trust spirit on that. Okay. Feelings. What are their feelings and their thoughts? So they got the 10 of cups. Feelings are still there's that family and there is that emotion that's there, and the ace of wands, which is, fire and um, it's like a new spark of emotion that's happened here, but it's a different, it's not negative, lower vibration emotion. It's definitely just emotion that's bubbling up within them. And I don't feel like it's a flood. It's like the spark that has this flood of emotion, and they're just trying to get their head around it all. Because I just feel like there's this flood that's happened here. Let's see what else they have here. Yeah. And then the judgment card again. I think I got that earlier. It's trying to see things from a higher perspective. King of Swords, the thinking, they're really stuck in their head. And that makes sense too, because I feel like with all this emotion going on, they also have all this thinking that they're doing about, you know, like we'll find out more about, being a father and what happened and how fast things have gone, and I'm leaving this, and then how how should we handle this? What do I think about it? What do I want? What do I think you want? Blah 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 blah. Boo, off in their mind, with all this flood of emotion. So they've got a lot going on. Um, and I feel like Saturday today is the first day that they've actually had time to just kind of, try to get their head around everything and their heart around everything too. But I don't feel any stranger danger energy through all these. I feel like he's just thinking things. And why is he not lovable now? But I feel like that's a lot of why he's um coming across as not lovable, is because he's really gone into his troubleshooting, problem solving, which I feel like when he flips that on, you know, the emotions get kind of dulled because they're all up here and thinking about things, right? And that makes sense because there's, it's like the 4 of cups is like there's this boop, the, stability of emotion. It's almost like the emotions are muted, and the page of swords is all their thinking that's going on. So that just reinforces it for me here with this energy, that it's because they're up here and not down here. So with everything that happened, I got some thinking to do, is kind of where they're coming from. He's funny. Does he want to end things? No, I feel like with the Justice card, they're balancing everything out, and they're thinking through everything. The focus is seeing things from a bigger perspective, and to cut away the fears and to balance things out. And I feel like that's what they're weighing everything with the scales, and trying to figure out what they want to do. And again, all that thinking energy, they're trying to see it from a higher perspective, but these fears draw them in, and that's what they're working out, is this the scales going beep 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 beep, and they don't want to say anything or do anything because they're in the middle of just processing everything, trying to figure it all out, right? And then his thoughts and feelings on you and the baby. So let's take a look here. Wow. I mean, first of all, 2 out of the 4 cards are Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, the Empress, the birther. She's usually pregnant in the cards. And then you have the Mother Star, one of the few cards that is unique. There's 2 cards that come extra with this deck, and that is the other, and it's a Yes card. So I do feel like they are very much, um, like if you are pregnant, that they are, all right, I'm going to be a father. You're going to be a great mother. And I feel like that's one of the big things that they understand, is that you are a great mom, So, that's what's coming in here. Yes, Nova, you're pregnant. No, no. This is Maria. She had submitted her donation in between your donation, so I jumped over to her. You'll be up next. No, Nova's freaking out. What? What? Get a bag. Breathe into the bag. Stop the hyperventilating. Yeah, no, this isn't yours. This is Maria's. But, so Maria, you've got this Five of Wands. Thanks for laughing, Venus. Got the Five of Wands, which is a, transformative energy. It's they're trying to change it from drama to something more loving. And the Eight of Cups is, they're really looking at um, this shift and this change of emotion. And, you know, so I feel like they're really caught up with, they're leaving this other situation and getting out of there. And they're trying to balance both of this, and they just feel like their world is full of drama, and that's okay. And again, don't feel guilty. Don't say that, Nova. Don't feel guilty about any of their energies because they knew before they came down here the possibilities. And, again, it's not like you took a condom and poked holes in it and didn't tell them, and now you're pregnant and you're like, "Sorry, you're having a baby now." And they're like, "What?" They obviously, you guys weren't like safe, and so he knew the risks. So just know that you're like, well, it takes two. Usually it takes two to get pregnant. And so just know that you have emotions, look after you. You have a little soul in there. So think about them because they're feeling and experiencing everything. And so, let your emotions and your energy and their emotions and their energy, let that be your focus. I just feels what Spirit's big thing is about, what are his feelings and thoughts on the baby. I feel like he's still working it out, a lot of stuff, a lot of emotion. I mean, it's not even a couple days, right? Um, so I just feel like he's just processing it all, but he does see you as that mother and that empress, and that that you are a great mother, a great person to have their baby. Um, but they're just trying to figure everything else out. They just got so much going on and all that. So let's see what we have here. And then your fortune cookie here is from the Aboriginal Dreaming Totems, is where they drew me to here. And it's this one right here. All right. Yeah, we've got richness coming in here. And it says, search further. The deeper you explore this issue, the more truth you will find. It will be well worth the effort. And this is again, they're kind of pointing you back to you to go look deeper here because, they go back to that Wheel of Fortune, the richness, kind of card, that you are going to be fine no matter what anyone else decides. You get to decide for you and your adventure, your unfolding of things. So I like that for you. So I know it feels like there's that kind of pocket of unknowing, and it's okay to sit in that and you know kind of sit with that, right? And be comfortable with that, and any fears that come up, go, what am I fearing? You're powerful, you're supernatural, you're eternal. And it's not your first rodeo, right? So you're like, I got this no matter what, but I would like to know this and that and this and that and this and that, and that's okay. But just allow it to unfold, allow them time and space. And I mean, they're responding to you, and which is good. They haven't like ghosted you and gone, oh my God, psh. They're just kind of like really overthinking and thinking of everything, right? So that's what's coming in for you with that, Maria. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And hang in there. All right. And then Nova, thank you for your additional donation. And question three, what other cool or interesting messages do you need to know from Kurt and or the spirit guides? So you don't know how you're gonna deal with yourself. The worst that could hacked to me is I guess I could die. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the most extreme thing that can happen in our lives, right? I think I've talked about that before. I when I was suicidal when I was 22 and spirit intervened, and it's a whole another story for another day. But when I realized I'm gonna live, whenever things would get too stressful, I just take it down to death and go, "What's the worst that could happen in whatever situation is? Well, I could die, but if I'm gonna take my life anyway, then let me just hang around." And, what am I afraid of? What's the worst thing? And it's like, yeah, um, the benefits of living, I chose to come down here, on purpose, right? And so it's like, yeah, I'm living and let me just live another day and let's see what unfolds, right? And so I like that. Well, let's see what else Kurt and spirit guides want you to know here. Anything else? I feel like they're drawing me over here. There's this Journey of Love Oracle. It can be about self-love and different things. So it's not just about romance. All right. Wow. And I was just talking about the space between worlds. Card number 24. When we look for guidance, we often look for words that clarify, reassure, and help us find our authentic path through the chaos. Yet there is also guidance in the spaces between the words, between each letter, between all the happenings in our lives, where there's nothing to be said, where there are no lines to be colored in, where there is just openness. Those are the times we need to freestyle. We need to do or not do based on what is happening for us right in the moment. Often there is far less to do than we think. Often we don't need to think. There's a space forming around you now. Sometimes when we sense this subconsciously, we feel exhilarated and excited, anxious and nervous, and not even sure why. There's a sense, perhaps, that we wouldn't mind having a map of this unknown terrain, or perhaps we are happy to wing it and make it up as we go. Either way, there is space to just be. It is a receiver for the divine presence. If you have a lot of space of unknowing around you now or within you, then just know that there is a lot of divine presence to be received. It can't be explained really. It happens between the words, and yet without it, there wouldn't be any words, any guidance at all. So the oracle speaks to you: enter the space and let go, for your time to receive is upon you. Be blessed. There's a little poem, which I know you like, which says, Day, it's called Day Birth. Here we go. Oh no, more babies. No, day birth. The eastern rise of time on newborn wings bursts out across the lifeless crowd and sings its climb to heights unknown of beauty, warmth, and power upon its throne, to fade again in western sky and only for a moment lie before it takes its course again to breathe once more in heart of man. Wow. So it's like uh, receiving each day as a gift and as a song. And I love it that it mentioned here too. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's time to fly. That was your other card. Fly, rotisserie chicken, fly. You're so funny. Nova, Nova, Nova. But let's take a look here. Let's see what your fortune cookie is. You got the Whispering Woods. Look, you got hope. Of all cards to get, hope. An idea like a single acorn can start a wondrous forest. So just know, if a little acorn can create an entire forest, you're here on purpose for purpose two. You're a seed to, open up a lot into the world. So hang in there, super flying rotisserie chicken. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh, I hope so. So that is their guidance there is to just really it's like the space in between. It's like and you would understand music. Um it's not it's not, music without rest in between wouldn't be music. It would just be one solid sound. But it's the space in between the notes that helps create the music, right? So it's like understanding the pauses in between the notes are just as important as the notes, right? So I like that. All right, so that's what they have for you, Supernova. Many blessings. Hang in there. Enjoy your doctor's visits today. Don't forget, you got to go to the doctor in less than an hour or so. Don't be late. And hopefully, good news or help will be granted for you there. All right, and then Nelia, thank you for your donation, and Nova for your additional donation. So as soon as you guys pop the questions down below, we'll jump to those. And let me just double check here. Okay, we do have a couple of our YouTube channel members. So if I didn't shout out to you, I do apologize. Because, of course, we got Venus. You'll see their names in green with little badges. And then Kelly, hello, hello. Sorry that I did not acknowledge you guys. Oh, my goodness. So you guys will get to your free readings here in a moment after the donations. All right. Hey. All right, so Nelia, thank you for your additional donation. And want to know, will you celebrate Christmas at your sister's house this year? What will Christmas be like for you and your daughters this year? All right, let's take a look here. So, based on current energies, will you be celebrating Christmas? Hello, sister's house. All right. And then what is it going to be like for you and your daughters for Christmas? Merry Christmas. All right. I do want this one too. All right. So, will you? We have the Empress. Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. I don't know. This is more hanging out with yourself, you know, because it's all about, you know, the Empress is the ruler and she's the one, that's there. So I feel like you guys, it's almost like you kind of stay yourself with yourself, um, more so than going to somewhere else. Because this is you being the nurturer, you being the hostess, kind of thing that comes in here. Um, that is here. So I don't feel like sister's house, no. At least on Christmas, right? Because you said for Christmas. So I don't feel like you'll celebrate like Christmas at the house. You guys might have a get together before or after Christmas, but like I feel like Christmas Day itself, I feel like you guys are homebodies. So we'll see here. And then what is Christmas like? Oh, she's having renovations done. So it might be at your house. Yeah, you got the 10 of Cups. What a great card. Family and overflowing joy. So Christmas for you and your daughters feels like content is actually says prosperity, joy, family, contentment. So what great energy to come in here. Page of Wands. So a lot of excitement, a lot of great energy that's there as well. So I like that. Good news. What else do we have here? Yeah, I mean, look at all this. Page of Cups. heightened joy and feelings of Noel, but this great joy in the chariot. Here's Cancer energy, but it's joy and celebration and victory here too. And but there's also that Mother Luna energy that comes in with that. So if mom is around still in the physical realm, I feel like she might be there. If not, she definitely will be there if she's not around here anymore. And yeah, again, you have the Empress, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the other Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, energy. So I do feel like you guys are feeling very at home and all that. You have the Hierophant, which is, I don't know, in spirit, yeah. So she will be definitely there in spirit. This Hierophant is this energy of, um, oh wow, it's ritual, ceremony, tradition. I didn't really ever have that before with this one, but I love that's what they say in the little words that are around here. But I do, I feel like you guys, um, an interesting thing to just really try is to create new traditions during this Christmas, and they're reminding me just, um, we didn't have a whole lot of family traditions. And then when my brother, he got married and then eventually three children, and now they have what, four? Wait, one, two, three, three uh, grandchildren. They were like, okay, Christmas Eve we have lasagna. We make lasagna and we get together and have lasagna. And so there's this tradition, like this is what we're going to start doing. So I really like that um, kind of energy there. And then let's look here at the sweet dreams little cards here for your fortune cookie. All right, so let's take a look here. Actually, get two. So you have attraction. I love it. Says, I attract a loving, happy, fulfilling relationship into my life. So I like that. And that doesn't necessarily have to be romantic here, but I just feel like there's some, because we're talking about Christmas, I just feel like it's a special time this year, and there's this bonding that happens there. And then you have growth that comes in here too. And it says, I challenge myself to step outside of my comfort zone as I travel on the road to growth and illumination. And I like that. It does feel like step out and encourage everyone to do something different this holiday. Do things a little different, but I feel like it's a very happy time. So fun, fun, fun. And that's what they have for you, Nelia. So Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. All right. And hey, Green Eyed Mystic, good to see you. Hello, hello. Another shout out to one of my YouTube channel members. All right. So, Nova, you are up next for your fourth one there. So, thank you so much for your multiple donations. You want to know what else about the person you hooked up with, and maybe something the night we hung out and smoked weed together. And for number four, that could be relationship. Okay. Yeah, you are very welcome. You're welcome, Maria, as well. All right. Let me just take a quick sip here. All right. So, what else does Spirit want you to know about this night? All right. That is something kind of unknown. All right. Here's the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. And this came out in the other reading, here as well. Oh, thank you, Stephanie's Sacred Space. I had a feeling it was you. That's weird. Not weird, but I like that. So Four of Cups coming in again for you, Nova. for that night, and I feel like there was, I don't know, I think you again, there was this feeling of emotional stability that night, and that's the 4 of Cups, so that came out when we asked originally, was there, but I just feel like it just felt, and this was, like, not just because of the weed, but oddly calm. Like, there's just something about them that just made you feel comfortable, um, you know? So let's see what else they want you to know here too. Yeah, I mean, we've got the Emperor energy, so there's that Aries energy, and then we also have the 8 of Pentacles that comes in here. And the 8 of Pentacles is about, you know, being a cocoon, this transformation that is happening and that's going on here. Um, and the Emperor is the um number 4, the major arcana number 4, so it's like the the ruler of stability that's coming in here, and that's interesting because the 8 of Pentacles is about, you know, movement, hard work, the results that come from it, learning and education, and I just feel like that is something that they've dealt with, and I feel like the more you get to know them, you're gonna realize, and maybe they did share a little bit of their past a little bit, but I just feel like they've learned to not just because of the weed, but they learn some tools themselves on how to look at life in a different way, and they just have this calmness about them. And, I don't know, they just feel really kinda centered in a way. I wonder what kind of spiritual practice they have, because it does feel like they just feel, I said grounded. Let me see what these other cards are here. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. So this is a new kind of energy that's coming in here. You got new knowledge, new ways of looking at things, and Ace of Cups, some new emotion that's kind of coming in here too. And and they're getting therapy. Yeah, so I feel like they have some knowledge and some emotion to share. And I like this. I don't feel like there's this you know, expectations from them, and I just feel like they just really have learned to just kind of be in the moment. Oh, they're only 18. Younger man. But but it's like, "Oh, okay. Alright." And yeah, and beneath the surface here, because this card kinda came out as an extra underneath these things, the Queen of Cups, I do feel like they've got this, um spirituality, this connection, this empathic ability, these feeling people's feelings, and I do feel like they have this underlying spirituality, so that is telling me here. Now, also, this comfortability you have with them is because you've had past life connections with them before. Because when I first saw that and felt this, it just felt like I could trust them, like I knew who they were in a way, like there's a familiarity with them. And this is that connection, this intuition, but it's deeper. There's like this subconscious connection you guys have, which is a past life connection. So you guys have known each other previously in a past life. Maybe he was a musician too in a past life. We'll see. Yeah. And they do see you here as this nurturing person, and they see your heart, and they see you again in this way that you don't see yourself. And they see you as this divine energy, divine feminine energy. You know, that's why they can pick up on this huge heart and this desire to love people and help people. through things, and I just feel like it is. In fact, it's like they almost feel like this, oh my gosh, yeah, I was gonna say like a knight, and then the bottom of the deck, you've got 2 knights. So it's kinda like how a knight feels honored to, you know, it's like Guinevere and Sir Lancelot. That they have this honor and this respect um, and this admiration, in a way for you too. And they're just like, wow, that's how an old man says that you're cool. That's But how a young man says it is, you're cool. Yeah. Yep. I mean, definitely you were picking up on all that there. All right. And then your aboriginal dreaming, and I keep on coming back to these aboriginal dreaming totems for you here. They just feel so earthy and so feel like your energy right now. Okay. Yeah, you have persuasion coming in here. And it says it's all about how you see this situation. So this is the situation with this, we're gonna call him the gentleman. Or we're gonna say, I'm gonna call him what? The knight. I'll call him the knight, so I'd have to remember the name, the knight. Says if you're looking for negatives, you'll find them because there are many. But try concentrating on the positives. There are plenty of them too. So if you are trying to find something that's not good about the situation, you're going to find it. If you want to find something good about it, you'll find it too. It's how talented you are. So I like it. I like it. All right. And that is what they have for you. So thank you again for your donations and many blessings to you. Again, don't be late for your doctor's appointment. Just a reminder. Just a reminder. All right. And then Delcy Joy. Yeah, you got to go. You're like, oh crap, got to go. Psst. So hang in there. Much love to you, our supernova. All right. So Delcy, thank you so much for your donation via the Cash App. And so for your current financial situation, energy of future finances. All right, let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know here about the current situation and then the energy of the future. Got that one. I feel like these two is what takes you there. Okay. So you have the Seven of Wands, the courage and the challenge to get through anything for the current situation here, right? All right. And you got another seven. So you've got Seven of Wands, Seven of Cups. So there's a lot of spiritual energy that is encircling your current financial situation. And you do have the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So there's this energy, like I feel like with the two sevens, because seven is a very spiritual number, that with this power of emotional choice and this power of where you're investing your energy, it's teaching you about worth, because the Knight of Pentacles is on a quest, like all knights are, for the Ace of Pentacles, which is seeing their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. Page of Pentacles, they're holding that Page of Pentacles. So you've got both the two young royals of the Pentacle suit, and we're talking about finances. So it is about prosperity and money coming in and all of this, but it's important to know that when we have financial things happen, it, everything always happens for us. And although when things like that are happening, it can be hard for us to see it, but we're like, what is all this happening to me for? And we realize, oh, because I have a lot of fears around. I used to have like extreme fears around having bad credit, because when I was growing up, my dad used to always say people with bad credit, he had some bad things to say because he was a salesman. and it impacted his income, so out of fear, he said bad stuff about people. He was young, so I heard all that, and I'm like, "Oh, I don't want him to think of me that way." And so I used to freak out if I ever money was gonna be tight or whatever was going on, and I would just, freak out. But when we realize that our worth isn't defined by anything in the outside world, that our true worth is inward and upward, we can take a deep breath and go, it's not humans that bring me my worth. It's not humans that bring me my sustenance either. Even though we grew up thinking my parents are providing for me, Creator was providing me for me through my parents or through whoever, right? And we can realize that my sustenance is always provided by Creator and by Spirit, and they don't always give us everything our ego wants, but always what we need, and above and beyond what we need too. They're not like, "Here's your bread and water," they wanna give us more because they love us. So, I feel like it's important just to know that, okay, this shaking and rattling of the outside world and my finances is to remind me of where my worth really sits, right? And then let's see here the two things that help move you towards your future finances, which we'll see here in a sec. And you've got the Chariot card, the power of choice. We'll talk more about that. We always talk a lot about that. And the Nine of Cups, this joy, this overfillingness, this, here's spirit with us, and this emotional dream come true, wish come true energy. The Chariot, it is a powerful card because, they had it like this, like an equal sign, like your current situation with these 2 cards equals something, but this is how you get to where we're heading, which I don't know what that card is yet. But, you know, the Chariot is journey, success, and progress, but the Chariot is this energy of every moment we're making a choice, right? With our energy, mental choice, story we're putting to things, higher vibration, lower vibration, whatever story I'm putting to it, I'm inviting more of. So if I believe in a story of, creator is going to bring me everything I need and bring me, answers and guide me on how I can, you know, um, bring in the finances and or I'm focusing on stories of fear and lack, and then I'm inviting more of that in, right? And then so it's a mental choice, then it's emotional choice. It's a higher vibration emotion or lower vibration emotion? Am I focusing on fear and not having enough, or am I focusing on gratitude for every time they've always brought me everything I needed, and the gratitude and sincere gratitude for that you're going to thank you for providing my every need and everything that we're grateful for in our lives. The more gratitude we have, the more our energy is matching that of allowing stuff to come in. The more focus of fear and lack, the more I invite that in, right? And then our energy, and then also our physical action. So we got all these four areas that we're making choices every moment, and being aware of what we're doing with it is very important, right? And so I feel like if we go, that's right, let me return back to the reality of who's really in charge and what's really coming in, and allows me to come to this place of calm, and then I can look at those fears of lack and go, yeah, what am I afraid of? Well, I don't want to lose my house or lose this or lose that or whatever, whatever, whatever. But when you look at it, it's like, well, what am I afraid of if that happens? What will people think usually, right? People are going to reject me if I end up losing all this, and I don't want to end up on the street. A lot of people live on the street across the world, and it's like, oh, okay, what am I fearing? And when we understand our fears, that's when we set ourselves free. It doesn't mean that, oh, okay, I'm okay with it. I'm going to go do that. But it's about being comfortable with the fear and getting to the root of it. And it transforms things, right? Faith over fear. Yeah, it's trust. I like faith is trust, trusting in the creator and going, you know what? I know that I've had everything I've ever needed in my life up to this point. I'd be dead right now. So after 57, almost 58 years, I can be like, wow, you've really, I can trust you. You have a good record with me, so I can trust you, right? And your future here, yeah, you have the 10 of wands. So this is all the energy, right? It can be either a feeling of burden or burned at the stake, or it can be a card of abundance, and it's all about energy. And I like that. So, what's the future of my finances? Whatever you focus on is what you're going to draw to you. So, it's in your hands. Isn't that where you want it to be? I love it. Yeah, so I like that. I like it. um, and then let's do the from the heart here, the golden deck here. Oh wow. And what a great card comes in here too. It says, "My mind creates a reflection of my physical world. I am at peace." So it's creating what it is, right? So isn't that crazy? I love it. So that is what they have for you, Delcy. Thank you again for your donation. So grateful for that. All right. So go forward in victory. All right. And then Nova, thank you for your additional donation. You're on the bus now. All right. Good job. But you'll start probably still be late. So what else do you need to know in general? You're very welcome, Delcy. Let's take a look here and see what else do they need you to know here. I feel like here. Oh yeah, that's right. It's getting to be summer where you're at. Here in a couple weeks, so it's probably hot down there in Australia down under. All right, so this is the Oracle of the Seven Energies, and I feel like they're drawing to here what you need to know in general. So, what does Spirit want you to know here? Okay, here it is. You're in. Oh, you got card number 44 again. You got card number 44 before with Time to Fly. And now you have card number 44 again, but this is the Divine Matrix. Ooh, all right. Power number 44, such powerful energies. So, this is about the realm of spirit, the knowledge that we are all divine beings. We're all part of a tapestry, like this threads of this tapestry, weaving our dreams into the fabric of reality. It's all about energy of synchronicity, learning to trust the way things unfold. And the message says, do you ever wonder how synchronicities have come together? These meaningful coincidences move life forward in ways we might not understand at the time. We can get trapped in the idea that the world is a place of separate parts with space between. There goes that space in between again. Because the true quantum spiritual nature of reality can be confusing. Imagine that everything possible under the sun is waiting to be claimed. You are not separate from what you desire to manifest. Everything is intrinsically connected within a vast living web of life, a divine matrix. Even that which you have not yet observed as part of your life experience is still connected to you. It remains dormant until you choose it. Life operates on life's terms as well. You don't live in a vacuum, so you're surrounded by a multitude of realities that were brought to life by others. And these can surely affect you if you allow them to. But as your thread, your luminous life force, your courageous dream is part of the tapestry of life, you're being invited to be conscious of the pattern that you are weaving. Isn't it amazing to know you have such power inherent in you just by being alive? You will see evidence of the truth of this divine matrix today. It is in you. What you do matters. All manner of miracles are waiting for you to lay claim to them. Ready? Wow. Yeah, you're definitely stronger than you realize, and that the web that you're weaving, that you be conscious that you are weaving your daily moment by moment life, and that you have that power. In fact, that's the one of the big messages that's coming in there, you know, is that yeah, and that things that um I mean, if you feel weak, it's an emotion that you're feeling, but it's a belief that's kind of charging it. And when you change your belief, then the energy changes because you are the weaver. So when you weave this, you get feeling this way. When you weave this, you feel different. And so it's about being aware of the web that you're weaving, which is really cool. Interesting. I love it. And then your final here, I feel like going to the sweet dreams here for your fortune cookie. All right. So we have this one. Yep. Messages. It says, I am receiving powerful messages from my guides right now. I trust my feelings. So definitely they're talking to you and bringing you lots of messages. So, you know, listen and trust them, right? Yeah, yeah, romance is possible. Yeah, I love that. You're totally gonna be late for your doctors. Well, I'm sure it'll all work out the way it needs to work out, right? So I love that for you. Right, Nova. So that is what we have. Thank you again for all your donations and much love to you. Hang in there, my dear. I think that was it for the donations. So I'm gonna skip up, and my YouTube channel members get second priority over donations. So I'm gonna complete those real quick. And then um, for all of you that have been waiting for your free readings, if I don't, I'm only gonna be on for like another 10 minutes or so. But I do feel like after I go spend an hour or so with my Praying Mantis members, I do want to come back on and provide everyone's reading. So if you've put a reading in here, I will get to it tonight. Just might be a little later when I come back on, and we'll get that. And then we'll also be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Mountain Time as well. You're very welcome, Nova. Much love to you. So grateful. All right. All righty. Absolutely. Well, we're gonna get to yours here though. So we've got let's see here. So Venus, you are up first here. And you like a career reading, absolutely. And of course, the free readings go a little faster because they're just like, one or two cards, right? um, let's see here. So Amazing Grace. I haven't done any. I'm just now starting the free readings for my YouTube channel members. So if you didn't have, yeah, on the free list, not yet. Um, and I might not get to it in this session, but I'm going to come back on after my session with my Praying Mantis members. And when I come back on, I do put a list in the order in which the readings are completed. So you will get an answer tonight. It just might be a little later. This is your first reading. Uh-oh, uh-oh. No pressure, no pressure. All right, so Venus, career reading. Let's see what Spirit has here for you. What do they want you to know about career? All right. Do you have that one and that one? All right. Wow. So you have the Seven of Wands here. Seven of Wands is like the sun, and it's like you don't need to ask permission to shine. You don't need to dim your light. You don't need to, it's like, do something that isn't what you're wanting, and you don't have to defend your career choices either. I like that. You have the High Priestess, which is all about, she steps away and goes into her High Priestess temple, connects with the higher realms, looks behind the veil, dives deep into her emotions. She really gets into good contact with her high heart, right? And I like this because, if you were looking at creating some sort of career around spiritual gifts, I could see that with these cards. If that's not in your wheelhouse, as I look at this wheel around her head, it is about finding something that your heart truly is joyful. It's how do you uniquely want to share this unconditional love in your heart with the world? And that there's no wrong way to do it, but how do you want to express it? What's the last, 5 times your heart felt like dancing and singing and overjoyed? Can you close your eyes and see how your heart would want to bring that into providing something, a service to someone that would be able to bring in finances, and to where you could actually have that as not just an expression of your love in the world, but actually have it be your career, have it be that, and being open to that and allowing that to come. But it is about the stepping forward and not hiding. Start sharing it, even if it start didn't share it for, free or for donations in the beginning, and just see what unfolds. Start sharing it with friends, with family if you don't do it already. But it's about not being afraid and having the courage to step forward and shine bright, baby, shine bright. So I like that for you. That's the little tidbit coming in there for you. So I like it. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you, Venus, right now. All right. And then we have Kelly. Hello, hello, Kelly. You're very welcome for the last stream. Your free question: does spirit see you moving to your sister's new place next year? Will moving be for your highest good, or will staying where you are be the best? All right, let's take a look here. Are you moving? Is there movement? You know, we have here the hanged man hanging around, not moving. So this is a message of, yeah, it's best to stay where you're at, tied upside down to the tree. Don't move. Is the energy that comes in with that. Very, very clear message for once, right? Just like, psh, no, hang out where you're at. I don't see you moving to your new sister's place next year. I feel like um, hanging out, literally hanging out where you're at now, is what is for your highest experience. So there you go. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And then the green-eyed mystic, um, formerly known as Stephanie's Sacred Place. That's funny. So a quickie general reading. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, animal Reiki. I love that for you, Venus. Wow. Yeah. All right. Let me just reshuffle these cards up here. So a quickie general. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Wow, all these cards, a lot. It's funny because I'm like 6'4", and I'm usually laughing. People used to call me the Jolly Green Giant, and I'm like, hey, that could have been my channel name. All right, let's focus in here on you though. What does Spirit have for you? Quickie general reading. Here we go. Boom, boom. All right. So you've got your little hermit energy going on here, spending a lot of time alone with Spirit, to yourself. But the Three of Cups is about community. And even though you've been, significantly spending time with Spirit here, because Three of Cups for me is your spiritual posse, And of course, the hermit is you doing this too. So I like that. But this three here is also about, oh, and you're also a Virgo. But there's also this, the Three of Cups is about community and finding like at least two besties. If you don't have two besties right now, who like your three peas in a pod, then that's what you're going to be finding. You're going to be finding these individuals too, where you're like, the triple threat, where it's such a great supportive group. It's like, I don't know, sisterhood of the something pants. I don't know what this. I think it was something I saw a long time ago. Sisterhood of the square pants or something. I don't. It wasn't square pants. That's square pants. SpongeBob or something. But that's not it. This is something else. But it is these individuals that you just feel very connected with and very in tune with, and it's part of your community. It's part of your support, and it's like getting out of the hermit mode and getting out into public and getting out into interacting with this little community that you're creating. And I like that for you. But it's like hermithood is good, but there's this nudge to get out there and to open up. And like I said, if you don't already have two besties, you do find two. Not at the same time, though. I feel like you meet one and then the other, but you all three know each other. But you just have this special bond that comes in together. So I love that for you. So that's your quickie. Oh gosh, not that. All right, but that's what they have for you, my dear. So thank you very much for your question there. And then I'm going to grab some screenshots real quick here because we've got Day Sturgis and Minu, and then we already had, actually, I think I did. Did I do some in the beginning? Maybe I didn't. Sorry, I forgot why. Did I start on free readings? I can't remember now. I'll have to double check. Because they'll sound familiar, but you know how that goes. Okay, so this is where I left off. Trying to do two things at the same time sometimes. brudda-zen does not succeed. All right. So let me just grab these screenshots, but I will come back on after my hour or so with my Praying Mantis members, and I will finish out all readings because I don't think there's a ton that I didn't get to, but we'll definitely return to finish those. There won't be a chat in that one, but I'll put I'll post a comment, pin a comment on the stream when I come back, and I'll list the order in which the readings were completed in that session, so you can find your reading fast with that. I know, I can't believe it's almost Christmas, right? It's almost the end of the year. I don't know what's happened. Swoosh! Flew by, flew by, flew by. See, you have one bestie, been best friends for 25 years. You're now distant, currently in different states. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, so I feel like it'll be two new besties, local besties, because long distance besties. It's nice, but you know, I feel like you will have two new ones. So I like that for you. All right. Sorry, falling off my chair here. So I'm gonna jet off over to my Praying Mantis members. Thank you guys again so much for all the love, support, the donations, all the thumbs up, especially your thirst for spirit. I'm so glad we've all come across each other's path in this lifetime. Definitely, we've come together at this point of humanity on purpose for a purpose. So I can't wait to see what 2025 holds for us. Oh, and if you guys haven't checked out the Solstice readings yet for each individual element, fire signs, air signs, earth signs, I did for each one. Um, there's like a general reading for the 3 months for the solstice for all of them together. And then there's an oracle card for each of the individual signs after that within each. So be sure to check those out. And any of my YouTube channel members, you actually also have advanced access to my 2025 energy forecast for each individual zodiac sign. So for those of you that are here, or if you guys are interested in becoming one of my YouTube channel members, you have immediate access to those too. Here's the 2025 energy forecast. Currently available for my YouTube channel members. It's part of their YouTube channel memberships. I do have 2 levels, Zen Cricket at $2.99 a month and Praying Mantis at $7.99 a month. So be sure to check those out if you guys are interested. All right. I am out. Remember, as we're going through our adventure, that every second of every day of our lives, we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the cosmic father and the cosmic mother, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.